pieces in my room. Are you coming over? That's cool.
Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Thank you so much for clicking here. My name is Dorcas. If you are new to this channel, I'm a stay-at-home work from home mom. I'm a mom of two and I'm also a wife. So welcome so much to this channel. If you haven't subscribed, this is your chance to do so. Please subscribe. Consider even turning on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be among my notification people. You get notified and you watch the video. Yeah, so this day, I should thank those who are returning here. Thank you. If you are coming back to this channel and to watch another video, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate the support and the love as well. So yeah, this day we are starting off. I'm doing this intro because I want to go to the kitchen and prepare something to eat. It's around 10 a.m. I haven't had breakfast and I want to share my breakfast ideas that we can do for a week or for even 3 days. If we don't get to 5 days, at least we get to 3 days, I promise. So yeah, we want to start off by making some breakfast. So expect the video to be about the breakfast dishes that you can make, and please keep in mind these are very simple. You can make them at home, and of course they are Kenyan delicacies. Yeah, so welcome to the video. Let's start making the breakfast.
You say something, I come up with nothing. Maybe we can talk until we figure out a topic. Been so long in my head, caught up in my feelings.
For the first breakfast, we are going to be doing some sweet potatoes. We are going to, already I had fried my, not frying, boiling. I had boiled my sweet potatoes and they were resting in the fridge. Of course, at this point they are a bit cold and I just want to warm them up. And I'll show you how I warm my sweet potatoes. I wish I had the arrowroot, but that day when I had gone to the market, I didn't find good arrowroots. So I chose not to buy whatever was there. So let's peel off the sweet potatoes and we'll just fry them.
On the lawn when it happens, when it happens, we'll be dancing on the lawn when it happens.
So once you are done peeling, I'm just going to cut them into circles. Yeah, I find myself these shapes, they are a bit easier to work with compared to any other one, especially when you are warming them up. So I just cut these into the shapes that I need, which are the circles. Yeah, you'll see this for yourself. Unataka hii ni baridi sana, goja kwanza ikuwe moto, sawa? So this is it. Let's fry our sweet potatoes, and I'll be using some butter and I'll be adding a bit of cooking oil. If you don't have butter, you can use margarine or you can use Bluebird or just use the oil. It will still work the same. But remember, butter has a nice flavor, which I love. So here I'll just add in, I'll start by adding in the cooking oil. And then I'll add in my butter. Actually, my butter was frozen, but it is working perfectly. So I'll ensure everything imespread kwa pan vizuri. And then we now drop our sweet potatoes to the pan. We want our sweet potatoes to get warm, and at the same time they are getting warm, to have a nice crispiness on their outside, yeah, which I love. You see the advantage of making cutting your sweet potatoes into round shape. It's much easier to work with, especially when you are putting them in the pan. Yeah, so these ones they are ready to get warm for the next maybe 2 minutes, and then we flip them. So 2 minutes later and our sweet potatoes are ready. You can see both sides are a little bit charred and a little bit crispy, and that is what I wanted on this recipe. So I'll just get them out of the pan, fry the next batch, and then we'll be serving our breakfast. So my people, this is how they look like. Yeah, these are my fried sweet potatoes, crispy on the outside, and I love them a bit charred, as I said earlier. Yeah, so don't mind the charredness. If you don't mind the charredness, you can make yours without making them being charred. So this is it. Allow me to serve, and we'll have our breakfast. Yeah, so this is how I've served my sweet potatoes. Yeah, I had some fruit in the house. I had some blueberries. Yeah, these are the blueberries, and then I had some saucy mince or minced saucy. I just figured I can serve it as a breakfast dish, and yeah, this is some saucy here. So this is how my breakfast plate is looking like. And then with a cup of my masala tea. This is my tea. So this is it. I'll now sit down and eat, and I'll see you when I'm making another breakfast. I'm making breakfast number 2, and this one is easy as well. So the first thing that we need, or what you are making for breakfast today, is called, so we are making egg in a hole, or this is basically bread that you just cut your at the center, and you just put the egg inside and allow it to cook. So this one is just the normal way of making your eggs, but you are now making it together with the bread, not separately. So with me, I have my butter. You can use whatever you have. If you don't have butter, use margarine or blue band or just the oil. So I have butter here. I have some salt to taste, and then I have some black pepper. If you don't like black pepper, it is optional as well. So I'll be using in the black pepper. And then, so the main ingredient is the egg. So we have 1 egg here, and of course we have the bread. So I guess we have everything. Let's get to the process of making this. And the first thing that you need to do is to take a glass, or maybe if you have a cookie cutter yenye haina shimo kubwa, you can just use that. But for me, I don't have any of those, so I'm just going to use this glass, and I'm going to cut through. I'm going to cut through just like that. And this one is what I'm now going to, this hole here is what I'm going to use to place the egg. And for this recipe, I would recommend, if you don't have a non-stick pan, please don't try it, because it will flop. So just use a non-stick pan, and your result will be amazing. So very easy. Let's get to the cooking now. Yeah, so to my pan, I've just added in a bit of cooking oil, and then I've added in my butter, because you know butter alone burns quickly. So to prevent that, you just add in some drops of cooking oil, and then you press your bread like that, and then I'll show you the next step. Now my bread is in. I'm just going to crack in the egg to the hole that we created using our glass, and I'll just crack the egg inside there to the hole, and then you're going to season that with some black pepper, some salt, and you'll allow the egg to cook until you see the egg has turned cloudy. That's how you know it's ready. So I want to check my egg at this point. And I said a non-stick pot is the best, a non-stick pan is the best to use on this one. So I want to flip it at this point. You can tell that the egg is already cloudy. So I just want to flip, yeah, like that. I'll add in a bit of butter and allow my egg to cook on the bottom side. I moved that a bit early. Yeah, so let's allow that one to cook on that other side. Meanwhile, our cat is also doing okay. Just placing a little bit so that the egg can cook all through. Just a little bit, not with a lot of energy. I want to ensure that the egg is well done. But if you love your eggs runny, this recipe will give you those runny eggs. Yeah, so this one is ready. I just keep it there, and it will wait for this one also to be ready. So we'll allow that side to cook. I see we are coming along very well. I'll give it a few more minutes to ensure that everything will be well done.
You want me to say something? I come up with nothing. Maybe we can talk until we figure out a topic. Been so long in my head, caught up in my feelings. I've been waiting for something new to happen. You want me to say something? I come up with nothing. Maybe we should talk until we figure out a topic. Been so long without it, caught up in my feelings.
Okay, so this one is very easy. You've seen it for yourself. It's just a way of making your bread and eggs a bit attractive, especially if you have kids. Yeah, so this is it for breakfast number 2. Please ignore the one that has charred a little bit. It's normal in the kitchen sometimes. Things may burn or something. Yeah, but this is it. Basically, I was showing you how you can go through about this procedure, and there it is. So breakfast number 2 is done. I'll see you when you're making another breakfast. Yeah, so another morning, that means another breakfast recipe, and this is breakfast number 3, and you are making some potatoes. Yeah, I've already chopped my potatoes and chopped them into these sizable bites. I didn't chop them thinly because potatoes tend to cook very fast, and I don't want them to overcook. So the next thing I want to do is to spice my potatoes, and I'm just going to use the normal spices. Yeah, so I won't go hard on the spices, so I'm just going to add in some curry powder, and then I'll add in some this is onion powder. Yeah, so I'll add in the onion powder. I'll add in the garlic powder as well. I love it when my potatoes are seasoned with garlic and the onion powder. That is one of the spices that I can't miss when I'm seasoning my potatoes. So this is it. I'm going to add in the salt. Yeah, you have to season them at this stage, because if you don't add in the salt at this stage, utakula hazina salt. So I'll mix this, and I should add a bit of oil. Let me get the oil and add it in. Yeah, so this is vegetable oil, so I'm just going to add it in. And today I'm not baking these potatoes. I'm just going to fry them. Yeah, so the oil will help the marinade ishike. So they are looking like this. And if you choose to add in paprika, you can add it in, but today I don't want to see anything paprika. Yeah, so this is it. My potatoes are marinated. You can allow this one to rest for a few minutes before you start cooking them, and you can also go directly to cooking them, not a problem. And for me, I guess I'll just directly start cooking them. So I've added in some cooking oil into my pan, and I want it to heat up a little bit before I add in the potatoes.
I'm falling to pieces in my room. Are you coming over? That's cool. I could use a little something to do. We could go outside, take a little ride if you want to. That's cool. I did what I was supposed to. There's nothing left for me to do. So now I'm walking out my head through open windows, 'cause that's what I feel like. Do it tonight. Waking up my brain, maybe you can do the same thing. Want me to say something? I come up with nothing.
is how they look like, and I just want to get them out of the fire. And I guess I just switch off the fire and just transfer them to, I just switch off the fire and just transfer them to my plate, and I'll prepare the next batch. Yeah, so this is how the potatoes are looking. Yeah, so to accompany the potatoes, I'm just going to cook these vegetables. I have the red and the yellow bell pepper, and this is some white onions. So I'm just going to put everything in at a go, because I don't want them to cook. I just want them to get the flavor. So I'll season them with some black pepper and some salt. I won't be adding much. Yeah, so the black pepper will go in, and the salt will go in, and you'll stir until the vegetables at least absorb the flavors of each other. Vegetables have absorbed the flavors from the salt and from the black pepper. So I want to return my potatoes to the pan and just make it to become one dish. Yeah, so these potatoes would go back to the pan, and then now we'll mix everything together.
I'm falling to pieces in my room. Are you coming over? That's cool. I could use a little something to do. We could go outside, take a little ride if you want to. That's cool. I did what I was supposed to. There's nothing left for me to do. So now I'm poking out my head through open windows, 'cause that's what I feel like. Do it tonight. Waking up my brain, maybe you can do the same thing. You want me to say something, I come up with nothing. Maybe we can talk until we figure out a topic. Been so long in my head, caught up in my feelings. I've been waiting for something new to happen, and when it happens.
So guys, our breakfast number 3 is ready. So this is a minced meat stew that was left over the previous night. So I just decided, instead of making samosas or sausages, I can just have the potatoes with the minced meat stew. So this is how it's looking. Very yummy, I believe. Yeah, so I just sit down and have my breakfast. This one you can have it with some cup of tea or some milk, whatever you prefer. But for me, I can just eat it this way, and then I'll have a cup of black tea later. I hope you're enjoying the breakfast recipes.
Maybe we can talk until we figure out a topic. Been so long in my head, caught up in my feelings. I've been waiting for something new to happen. You want me?
Yeah, so my people, we won't make it to breakfast number 5, but we'll do it in our coming video. So please allow me to just do the 3 breakfast ideas, and then I'll do 2 more, and I'll add 1 more for a bonus. So allow me to just end the video here, and please stick around for the next video, which will be part 2 of this. And yeah, I'll see you in my coming one. Until then, share, subscribe, and like, and leave a comment. Bye.